Hi, my name is Pranchu Parashar, and this is my submission for Atlan's backend intern assignment. This is a GitHub metadata extractor application built using Atlan's app framework, which is used to extract metadata about all the repositories of a user using their personal access token. In this demo, I will walk you through the application, its architecture, and also the challenges that I faced while completing this assignment. Let's first start the application. First, we need to start the dapper. After the dapper is started, then we will run the application. As we can see, the application is running on the port number 8000. So we will type in port number 8000, and this is the front end of the application. It has all the fields for entering the details, such as personal access token and GitHub owner. So let's first test with some random personal access token to check the validity of the process. So as you can see, we have entered QWERTY and test the connection. It will say authentication failed, check your token, which shows the authentication process. So now we'll put in our original access token and the GitHub owner slash organization name and check the connection. So now we can see the connection is successful, and we will move on to the next page. In the next page, we will need to enter the name for this connection. So we'll enter demo and click on pre-flight checks, which will check all the conditions for connection and also see if the connection is valid or not. So after it is done, we can run this application and it will prompt us to go to dashboard, which is temporal dashboard. As you can see, this workflow is running and all the processes are starting one by one. So right now pre-flight check is on its way. After it has completed, the fetch repositories will run, and then after it, after all the processes are completed, this will finish, and as you can see, data is uploaded to Atlan. And then we need to just see the workflow number, which is 7293, and then we'll go back to our code. In the local, we will open dapper object store artifacts, and we will search for this one. So this is our workflow, and this is the created JSON, which is all the repositories for this project. And then we will select any one of the JSON and go to JSON parser and just paste in the data. As you can see, it has all the metadata about the repository, which is a repository, and as you can see, it has all the metadata, qualified name, source URL, and also some additional data such as GitHub Fox and all the data, which is appreciating the data. Now we will move on to the architecture of the application. So these are all the files. I have created an architecture which will show the workflow. So this is a project structure. Here it has main, workflow, transformer, activities, and client and handler. So main is the main application entry endpoint. And workflow is the main orchestrator of the application, which orchestrates the order of all the workflow. Then it goes to activities, which has all the actual activity details, and then at the end there are client, which is all the details about the connection, such as authentication and everything. And then there is transformer, which transforms the fetch data into Atlan compatible format. I've created a README regarding all the file and folder structures. Now coming on to the challenges that I faced. These are the major two challenges that I faced was the draft data frame parquet file writing on Windows, which used to lock the file or sometimes lead to file writing permission errors. So I bypassed it using Pandas and directly wrote using the Pandas file. The second major challenge that I faced was Unicode encoding issue. While extracting data from the GitHub, sometimes I used to get non-ASCII characters data, which created some errors. So I created a function that will remove or strip off all the unnecessary non-Unicode data, and then further proceed to transforming the data. So this was all from my side. Thank you.